हेलो एंड वेलकम गाइस टू अपग्रेड। आज के वीडियो में एक प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करेंगे। ये प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर है इसरो की एक यूनिट सतीश धवन स्पेस सेंटर श्रीहरिकोटा का फॉर द पोस्ट ऑफ टेक्निकल असिस्टेंट इन द ट्रेड इलेक्ट्रिकल एंड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियरिंग एग्जामिनेशन की। तो ये एग्जामिनेशन हुआ था 12 फरवरी 2017 को। टोटल नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस की बात करें तो टोटल 60 क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए थे। टाइम दिया गया था यहाँ पर 1 आवर 30 मिनट्स का। तो डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे इस प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर को। इसरो की किसी भी यूनिट के लिए अगर आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं फॉर द पोस्ट ऑफ टेक्निकल असिस्टेंट तो आपके लिए ये प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर जरूर हेल्पफुल होगा। लगभग क्वेश्चन सेम पूछे जाते हैं, हो सकता है थोड़ा ज्यादा कम हो सकता है। टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस लगभग यही पूछे जाते हैं, कुछ ऊपर नीचे हो सकता है। नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, टाइम ड्यूरेशन कुछ चेंज हो सकता है, लेकिन लगभग क्वेश्चन का पैटर्न और क्वेश्चन पूछने का तरीका यही होता है। वीडियो स्टार्ट करने से पहले अगर आप इस चैनल में पहली बार विजिट कर रहे हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिएगा, इस वीडियो को लाइक जरूर करिएगा। तो बिना किसी देरी के आज का वीडियो शुरू करते हैं। तो यहाँ पर सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन देख सकते हैं। अ 10 ohm रजिस्टर इज कनेक्टेड इन पैरेलल विद 15 ohm रजिस्टर and the combination in the series with the 12 ohm resistor. The equivalent resistance of the circuit is। यहाँ पर सबसे पहले सर्किट ड्रॉ करते हैं। 10 ohm का रजिस्टर पैरेलली कनेक्टेड है 15 ohm के रजिस्टर से। Now this combination is connected in series with a 12 ohm resistor. Now we have to calculate the equivalent resistance. R equivalent we have to calculate. So here first of all 10 and 15 are connected in parallel. यहाँ पर 10 ohm और 15 ohm के रजिस्टर्स दोनों पैरेलली कनेक्टेड है। तो हम यहाँ सॉल्व करेंगे तो हमें आएगा 6 ohm रजिस्टर्स, then 6 ohm and 12 ohm are connected in series. So we will get R equivalent as 18 ohm. We will get R equivalent as 18 ohm. The correct option is option B. Next question is, what is the form factor of pure sine wave? So the form factor of pure sine wave is 1.11. Correct option is option A. Next question is, a choke has, options are unnecessarily an iron core, option B is a large number of turns, C is closely spaced turn, or option D is none of these. So a choke has necessarily an iron core. Correct option is option A. Next question is, mark the correct expression. So the options are given as, so the correct formula is I is equals to C dV by dt. Correct answer is option A. Next is, according to Kirchhoff's law, sum of all voltage drops in a series circuit is. So sum of all voltage drop in a series circuit is equals to the source voltage. Correct option is option B. That is, in according to Kirchhoff's law, the source is equals to the drop. So the sum of the all voltage drops is equals to the source voltages. Next question is, ferrite core inductor have generally higher value of inductance. Is it true or not? Yes, it is true. That is, the ferrite core inductors have generally the high value of inductance. This statement is correct. Next question is, Thevenin's theorem reduces a two-terminal network to a. So in a Thevenin's theorem, the two-terminal network get reduces to the voltage generator in a series with an impedance. Correct option is option B. A parallel resonant circuit is formed from lambda is equals to 10 microhenry and C is equals to 30 microfarad, having an associated resistance of 20 ohms and 10 ohms respectively. Impedance at resonance is, so the correct answer is 6.66 ohms. The impedance at resonance is 6.66 ohms. Correct option is option C. Next question is, the method which can be used for the speed control of induction motor from stator side is. The different methods can be V by F control method, the controlling the number of stator poles, and also adding the rheostat in the circuit side also. So above given all the methods are the method for the speed control of an induction motor from the stator side. Correct option is option D. All of the above. Next question is, in an AC circuit, power is dissipated in. In an AC circuit, the power is dissipated only in the form of resistance. Next is, which of the following can be used to increase the range of a meter? To increase the range of a meter, shunt method, multiplier method, current transformer, potential transformer, all the methods can be applied. So according to the option, all the options are correct to increase the range of a meter. Correct option is option D, all of the above. Next is, a dynamometer, what meter can be used for? Options are DC and AC, DC only, AC only, or to measure the resistance. So a dynamometer type wattmeter can be used for both a DC and AC, both circuits. Next question is, in an Anderson bridge, the unknown resistance can be measured in the terms of. So in Anderson bridge, the unknown resistance can be measured in terms of known capacitance and resistance. Correct option is option B. Next question is a power factor meter has. A power factor meter has one current coil and two potential coil or the pressure coils. Correct option is option A. Next is in a transformer which winding has more cross sectional area. So in a transformer low voltage winding will have more cross sectional area. Moving on to the next question, in a power transformers spacers are provided between adjacent coils for. So the spacers are provided between the adjacent coils for providing the free passage for the cooling oil and to insulate the coils from each other. So the correct option is option C, that is both the above options are correct. Highest AC transmission voltage in India is. So highest AC transmission voltage in India is 765 kilovolt, but according to the option the approximate given option is here is 750 kilovolt. Correct option is option A. Next is the main reason for harmonics generation in a transformer is due to. Options are fluctuating load, poor insulation, mechanical vibrations or the saturation of the core. The harmonics generation in a transformer is caused due to the saturation of the core. Next question is Buchholz relay provides warning against. Options are electrical fault inside the transformer. B option is ground fault at load side. C is short circuit fault at load side, or D is all of the above. As we all know, Buchholz relay provides protection against the internal fault in a transformer. So the correct option is option A, that is Buchholz relay provides a warning against the electrical fault inside which happens in a transformer. Next question is the function of a breather in a transformer is. The options are provide oxygen inside the tank, to cool the coils during the reduced load. C is to cool the transformer oil. The last option is to limit the moisture entry into the transformer. So the function of a breather is to limit the moisture entry into the transformer. Next question is in a squirrel cage induction motors, rotor slots are given a slight skew. 2. It is given a slight skew to reduce the magnetic humming. Correct option is option D. Next is in an induction motor with 1000 rpm. Here it is, the question is asking about the number of poles. So as we all know, the standard frequency in India is 50 Hz and here the synchronous speed given is 1000 rpm. So according to the formula, ns is equals to 120 f upon p. To calculate the number of poles, 120 multiplied by 50 divided by 1000, we will get as pole as 6. Correct option is option B. Next question is rotor rheostat control method of speed control is used for. Options are for squirrel cage induction motor, for slip ring induction motor, or both of the above motor, or none of the above. So the rotor rheostat control method is used for one and only slip ring induction motors. Correct option is option B. Next is which of the following is essential for remote operations of a circuit breaker? Options are inverse time trip, time delay trip, shunt trip, or none of the above. So for the remote operation of a circuit breaker, shunt trip is an essential step. So for the remote operation of a circuit breaker, shunt trip is necessary or essential. Correct option is option C. Next question is thermal circuit breaker has. Options are delayed trip action, instantaneous trip action, or both of the above or none of the above. Thermal circuit breaker has the delayed trip action. Correct option is option A. Next is thermal overload relay are used for the protection of the motor against. So the thermal overload relay is used for the protection against the heavy loads. Correct option is option B. Next question is the circuit breaker usually operate under. The circuit breaker usually operate under the transient state. So the correct option is option A, that is it operates under the transient state of short circuit current. Next question is burden of a current transformer is the power. So it is a power taken by the secondary load. Correct answer is option B. Next question is the voltage appearing across the contacts after opening the circuit breaker is called. So the voltage which appears after opening of the circuit breaker, it is called the recovery voltage. Single phasing relays are used for the protection of. The single phasing relays are always used for the protection of a three-phase motor. Next question is arc in a circuit breaker is interrupted at. So arc in a circuit breaker is interrupted at zero current. Correct option is option A. Next question is conduit pipes are normally used to protect dash cables. So conduit pipes are normally used to protect the unsheathed cables. Correct answer is option A. In cable, sheets are used to provide protection against the entry of moisture. Correct answer is option A. Next question is neutral grounding helps in. So the neutral grounding helps in reducing the fault current as well as the phase fault current, and also it provides a neutral isolation. So the correct option is all of the above. Next is which of the following is the universal gate? The universal gates are two types of gates are considered as a universal gate. First is NAND gate, another is NOR gate. So according to the option, correct option is option D, that is NAND gate is considered as a universal gate. Next is the 8051 microcontroller can handle dash interrupt sources. So 8051 microcontroller can handle 5 interrupt sources. Next is a certain non-inverting amplifier has Ri is equals to 1 kilo ohm and Rf is 100 kilo ohm. The closed loop voltage gain is 101. Correct option is option C. Next is two resistors. R1 is equals to 36 ohm plus minus 5% and R2 is 75 ohms plus minus 5%, which are connected in series. So the total resistance is, here in this question first of all we will calculate the errors one by one. So here the error percentage is 5%, so 36 multiplied by 5 by 100. On solving this we will get 1.8 ohms. So here the error in resistance 1 is 1.8 and error in resistance 2 as 75. So here also the percentage of error is 5%, so we will get here error to be 3.75 ohms on calculating it. So the total, so now the total maximum error, so here the total maximum error we will calculate as 1.8 plus 3.75, we will get as plus minus 5.55 ohms. So now here the resistance are connected in series, so the total resistance R equivalent is equals to 36 plus 75, we will get 111, that is 111 ohms, and here the plus minus 5.55 ohms we will considered as the error. So the correct option is option C, that is 111 plus minus 5.55 ohms. Due to overdamping, instrument always becomes slow and lethargic. The correct answer is option C, that is the instrument will always become slow and lethargic due to overdamping. Next question is, a 400 by 100 volt transformer has per unit impedance of 0.05. A high voltage side voltage required to circulate full load current during short circuit test is. So here given is per unit impedance, given here is 0.05 per unit. So as per unit concept, the full load current here is 1 pu. So the formula is Vpu is equals to Ipu multiplied by Zpu. So Vpu here will be 1 multiplied by 0.05. On calculating it, Vpu we will get as 0.05 pu. So now the actual high voltage side voltage magnitude will be the voltage at high voltage side will be 0.05 multiplied by 400, because here the primary side here is 400 volt, which is the higher side. So on calculating it we will get as 20 volt. The correct option is option B. Next is the transformer which will have the largest size. The transformer which will have the largest size according to the option is option A, because the frequency here according to the option, the lowest frequency will have the largest size of the transformer. Next is skewing in the slot of an induction motor is provided to reduce. So skewing in the slots is always provided to reduce the harmonics. Correct option is option C. Next question is, transformers operating in parallel will share the load depending upon their. Options are leakage reactance, no, it is not correct. Upon the rating, no. Upon the efficiency, no. The correct option is option D, that is the percentage impedance. The transformer which are operating in parallel will share the load depending upon their per unit impedance, that is the percentage impedance. Next question is, in a three-phase system, when the loads are perfectly balanced, the neutral current is. When the loads are perfectly balanced, the neutral current carries the zero current. The neutral wire, the current is zero. Correct option is option A. In a star-star connection of a three-phase transformer, the line voltage is VL and the line current is IL. Then in the phase voltage and the phase current is given by. So as we all know, in star connection, line voltage is equals to root 3 times of the phase voltage and line current is equals to the phase current. So now the phase voltage, we have to calculate here the phase voltage and the phase current. So here the phase voltage is equals to line voltage divided by root 3 and the phase current is equals to the line current in the star connection. So according to the option, the correct answer is option A. Next question is, the average EMF induced per turn in a transformer is given by. So average EMF induced per turn in a transformer is given by E is equals to 4 multiplied by frequency into maximum flux into number of turns. Correct option is option C. Next question is, for a load cycle shown in the given figure, the rating of the motor should be. So for this question, if anyone who could solve this question knows the correct answer, can comment down in the comment section. It would be helpful for other students also. The flicker effect of fluorescent lamp is more pronounced at. So the flicker effect is more pronounced at lower frequencies. Correct option is option C. Next is, the latching current of an SCR is 18 milliampere. Its holding current is. So as we all know, the latching current is always greater than the holding current. So according to the option, the holding current is 6 milliampere. A UPS with a battery bank consisting of 250 numbers of 2 volt 100 ampere hour cells in series is discharged at a rate of 50 ampere DC. The UPS can support for a period of. So for this question also, if anyone knows the correct process of solving this question, can comment down in the comment section so that the concept is clear for everyone. An industrial consumer has a daily load pattern of 2000 kilowatt, 0.8 lagging for 12 hours and 1000 kilowatt unity power factor for 12 hours. The load factor is. So first of all, as we all know, the load factor formula is given as average load divided by maximum demand. So first of all, for calculating the value of average load, that is the 2000 kilowatt power is working for 12 hours and 1000 kilowatt it is also working for 12 hours. So 2000 multiplied by 12 and then 1000 also multiplied by 12, we will get as 36,000 divided by 24 hours, we will get as 1500. To calculate the load factor, the average load here is 1500 and the maximum demand here is 2000. So in solving this, we will get 0.75. Correct option is option B. Next is, what is a magnetomotive force in a 75 turn coil of a wire where there is 4 ampere of current through it? So according to the formula, MMF, magnetomotive force, is given as current multiplied by the number of turns. So here the current value is 4 ampere and number of turns is 75. So on calculating it, we will get 300 ampere turns as a magnetomotive force. Correct option is option C. Next is, Fleming's left hand rule is applicable to. So Fleming's left hand rule is applicable for the DC motor. Correct option is option B. Next question is, a two-pole series motor with its two field coils connected in series runs at a speed of 500 rpm. If the field coils are reconnected in parallel and assuming that the torque is constant and the magnetic circuit is unsaturated, the new speed will be. So for this question also, if anyone knows the correct answer, can comment down in the comment section. So let's move on to the next question. The skewing is used in an induction motor in order to reduce torque due to. Skewing in an induction motor is used to reduce the torque due to slot harmonics. Correct option is option C. Next is, the DC motor develops a torque at 140 Newton meter at 1400 rpm. If the motor now runs at 100 rpm, the torque developed will be. So the torque, as we all know, the torque is inversely proportional to the speed. So T1 by T2 is equals to N2 by N1. So here the T1 torque value is 140 Newton meter. On T2 we have to calculate the speed here given is 100. divided by 1400 rpm. So on calculating it, we will get 1960 Newton meter, which is approximately equals to 2000 Newton meter. Correct option is option B. That is, the torque developed will be 2000 Newton meter if the motor runs at 100 rpm. The direct online starter, also known as doll starter, is used for the motors having capacity. So it is used for the motors which is having the capacity less than 5 HP. Question is, the circle diagram can be used to. The options are to predict the performance of an induction motor under the various load conditions. Yes, it is true. To find the losses in an induction motor. Yes, true. Next is, circle diagram can also find the efficiency of an induction motor. Yes, it is also true. So all the options are correct. The correct option is all of these. Moving on to the next question. A 50 Hz 3-phase induction motor with 4-pole stator is supplied by mains, which contains a pronounced fifth time harmonic. Speed of the fifth space harmonic is. So the speed of the fifth space harmonics will be 300 rpm. In a synchronous motor, the phenomenon of hunting caused by sudden application or removal of load is prevented by. Options are using damper windings, using capacitor, using an inductor, or all of the above. So, the phenomenon of hunting can be removed by using the help of damper winding. The correct option is option A. So these were the total 60 questions which I have discussed here for the post of technical assistant for Satish Dhawan Space Center for in the trade electrical. If you find any difficulty, any query to any of the question, you can comment down in the comment section, and whichever question I have not discussed, if any one of you knows the correct process and knows the correct answer, can comment down in the comment section so that these questions will be helpful for the other students. If you find this video helpful, do like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel. We will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye.